It's a problem that we've been tracking for you for years, and I want to show you this chart. It shows you the number of complaints up 327% since 2018. As CBS consumer correspondent Usher Qureshi explains to us, it is something the Postal Service now has said they've known about for decades.
So what we did do, which was nice, is any piece of mail that we got, we returned to people in Palos Heights.
I received a phone call from a detective in Palos Heights. He said to me, "You are the victim of identity theft. Someone has stolen your mail."
This is them going up to one night in January and actually taking the mail out of the mailboxes. And what they were looking for were checks, they were looking for debit cards, they were looking for lines of credit to get people's information.
What do you think would have happened if the police hadn't called you in time?
Oh, I completely know they would have just emptied out my bank account.
Police arrested the alleged mail theft crew after they targeted 2,200 addresses across suburban Chicago last year. Investigators also recovered replicas of postal arrow keys. Each master key opens hundreds of blue collection boxes and cluster mailboxes in a given area. We found countless examples of thieves using them to unlock mailboxes and steal what they want.
Arrow keys can start at $1,000 and can get up to $7,000.
Criminology professor David Myman and his research group track mail-related crime on the dark web and other platforms where criminals buy and sell stolen keys.
Price depends on the area, it depends on the zip code, it depends on the volume of mailboxes the arrow keys can open.
Another way criminals get those keys, targeting the mail carriers who use them. A camera outside a New Jersey home captured masked attackers robbing this mailman.
They took the arrow key.
Incidents like this quadrupled over a 5-year period. According to one government document, 82% of carrier robberies are motivated by arrow key theft. Robberies are not the only problem. We looked at thousands of pages of audits, court records, and agency documents and found the Postal Service has lost track of countless keys.
Your audit found that there's no national inventory of the keys. The Postal Service doesn't know how many exist, how many are in circulation, or how many are missing, stolen, or broken. Did that finding surprise you?
No, it didn't surprise me because we know that this has been a problem. It's a problem around the country, and it's concerning.
Her office checked 84 facilities in a couple of dozen states and found arrow key mismanagement in 90% of those sites.
Why is that a problem?
It's a problem because the keys are critical to mail security.
When an arrow key goes missing, what's supposed to happen?
When an arrow key goes missing, it's reported immediately to the supervisor of that postal facility and to the United States Postal Inspection Service.
So that's what's supposed to happen?
That's right.
Is that happening?
Unfortunately, no, that's not happening in every case.
Do we know why that is?
No.
The first mention of the vulnerability of arrow keys and their security that we found goes back 25 years. It was in 1999 in a semi-annual report to Congress. Why is it taking so long to address this problem?
So there are 245,000 delivery routes across this country. Approximately 140,000 of these blue collection boxes. This is not an overnight change.
The Postal Service says it's been reinforcing 15,000 mailboxes with anti-theft upgrades like this since last year. It's also adding 28,000 electronic locking mechanisms, which the agency wouldn't show us, citing security concerns. But that still leaves millions of mailboxes without the upgrades. Do you feel like the mail system is safe for you?
Absolutely not. Someone needs to get this antiquated system on a path that is for 2024.
USPS says their efforts are working, pointing to a 34% reduction in mail theft complaints in the last 5 months. Here are some things you can do to minimize your risk. Drop your mail off inside a postal facility, or if you do need to use a collection box, wait till just before the pickup time. Never let it sit overnight, and hold packages at the post office if you won't be home to receive them. I'm Usher Qureshi, CBS News.
So if you ever think that your mail is stolen, first thing first, you want to check your bank statement and your credit report, look for fraud, and then reach out to your local police department and your postal inspection service.